Hi guys, welcome to ASFN. I'm Wesley Peens and I'm sitting here just outside Durban on a beach called Virginia, and the water is quite nice. We've had a couple of days in northeast. Sea's got a bit of colour, temperature's dropped a little bit. We're probably sitting at about 21, 22 degrees. The conditions are fantastic. We've had the northeasties blowing for 2 or 3 days, and I'm here to fish for some brown skates and some sandies. We've had to fish for non-edibles today because these conditions really work well for non-edge. So stick with me. We're going to fish with 2 rods. I'm going to fish with 1 big bait, a nice slide bonito, and I'm going to throw a smaller bait for some brown skates. Today I'm going to be fishing quite light. I'm using 040 line. I'm going to be fishing with the Pen Fathom, the 25 model, which is quite a small reel. It holds a bit of line and it's nice for light tackle fishing. Today I'm going to be fishing with a bit of chocker and some mackerel, a bit of a mixed grill. I'm just going to show you how I do it. I use a bit of foam in the bait, not much, just to give the bait some body, and put the foam next to the hook, shove a toothpick through the eye of the hook and into the foam. This, when you're throwing with an impact sinker or a sinker that you can clip your bait onto, actually holds the bait in place and it doesn't shoot up your line. We're just going to be making double shore with a bit of cotton and keeping that foam in place. So all we do is we just wrap the cotton around the base of the hook and around the toothpick, so it prevents the bait from sliding up and down the trace. I'm going to be using a nice fresh mackerel that's caught locally here in KZN, and also I'm going to be mixing that with the fresh chocker from Adcan that's obviously caught in PE off the chocker boats. The chocker is going to form the base of my bait, and the legs that I've cut into the chocker are going to give it some movement in the water. Make sure that you cotton your chocker on really tight around the hook itself, and that will form the base of your bait. What we've basically done is created a layered bait. The base and an outside that's got a lot of scent. Now, oh, there's a bite! Well, Murphy has it. The bait that I've put in the water, the bigger bait that I put in earlier, has got a bite just before I can get the smaller rod in. You know, when the conditions are right, the conditions are right. That's what I always say. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Always make sure, if possible, you can go fish when the weather's good and you know you're going to get a bite. This is exactly what I've come looking for. These flatfish that frequent the beaches in the summer months, these hot northeasterly days, a bit of brown water, a bit of color, and the right movement. Awesome, awesome fishing. And in my mind, I knew that it wouldn't take long. I just didn't know it was going to be that quick. Got some attitude, this guy. Well, the reason why I've actually chosen this place to fish is we've got a very similar formation along in this long stretch of beach, but here we've got a nice deep trough onto a sandbank at the back. It's actually quite deep. It's not shallow pounding waves, it's just rolling white water. And these flatfish, these inedible fish, love to sit on that rolling white water where it turns up the bait and there's a bit of an upwelling. So, well, they say they're strong as it is, but when you foul hook it, that's when it gives you a big problem. Well, as you can see, this is what they call a guitar shark, or as we call it here in Natal, a sand shark. It's got a hell of a body on it, and it's got these ridges on top that are almost like horns. When you touch it underneath, as you can see, it doesn't have teeth, it's just got big molars. And you got my finger like, ah! But they are so powerful, and the jaws themselves crush crabs and dying fish, and they got so much power in those jaws. I'm gonna get it back in the water, see if we can get a bigger one. Talk about going from one side of the world to the other. We were fishing Virginia Beach and you saw me get that nice sandy. The tide ran away, the wind picked up. I got a call from Rudolph Skippers to say there's been a few fish on the south coast. So I went from the north coast to the south coast, and I'm here at one of my favorite places on the south coast, Errol Hayes, and we're gonna fish for some big fish. Gonna join Rudolph Skippers and let's see if we can get that big bite. Yeah, how's it, pal? Well, joined Rudolph down here on the south coast. I was fishing on the north coast in Virginia. We got a nice fish there, but tide ran away, sea got up, wind got up, and Rudolph called me down here.
I'm just going to start off fishing with a red-eye head, straight over the bank here. I'm fishing with my pen Fathom, medium tackle 045, and see what we can catch.
Well, yeah, do a little short here on the bank just behind the breaking water. 4 little baits, found a little fish. Well, that's our target species caught. It wasn't long, I actually threw it about 5 minutes. I got a pull. There's a bit of a rip being caused here by the water coming out of the bay, and I think these fish are just sitting in the rip, doing nice and short, and managed to get a pull. I just can't find them any bigger. This is what you call a lesser sand shark, and it just shows you how important it is to fish with a sharp hook, because both fish that I've caught now, the brown skate and the lesser, have been foul hooked. These fish are swimming along the bottom of the banks, and as they come for the bait, the hook's actually getting it. I'm gonna let this little guy go and see once again if we can find the bigger fish. Smallie. Well, that's what we're looking for. Little spinner shark, quite common on the coast here as well. Bug us every now and then. Then back in the water. Oh, there we go. We've been fishing for brown skates now for the last 2 hours or so. Got a few small fish. Where's got a small brown? So look like I'm looking to a better fish now. We've got a big rip running out past the rocks here. So this fish is in the rip now and just going with it. So I'm going to let him run out with the rip, and if he turns, I'll start putting a bit of pressure on the fish. There we are. That's on with the better fish. I brought that fish down from the rocks onto the beach here, and down here on the beach a few brick in the water as well, so I had to actually nurse it around. So it's not that big fish, but it's taken me quite long to land. Obviously safety of the fish comes first, so I'd rather take a bit longer, get it on the beach, and don't harm the fish in the rocks. Target species for the morning,
It's a nice round skate. They don't get too big. Guess about 18 kilograms. Beautiful fish. Lovely fight. We've got a steep beach running up and down here. Not easy to land the fish. Let's get the fish back in the water.